Hello everyone, in this video I will be showing how to replace the speaker in your cluster of this Polo 9N 2007. It is responsible for the indicator sound and it's not working right now, which is quite annoying. Let's see how we can fix this. Step 1 in this procedure is to make sure that the battery is disconnected. This is just for extra safety measure that nothing will happen. Welcome inside the car. If you have an adjustable steering column, it makes sense to put it all the way down. Therefore you have enough space in the cluster to get the cluster out. So this car has it, so I will just put it right down. There you go. First thing to do is to remove this little plastic trim. It should pop right off, as it does. There are two Torx T20s to disconnect. Remove them and then the whole cluster should pop right off. Two connectors. There's one. That's the one to get out. I think it's quite easy, just press in the tab. Yeah, that's it. Press in this tab and then just pull right out. And there should be another one on the opposite side. That's the green one. That's the first one out. Trying to figure out what's the best way to get this connector out and again not damage the steering wheel, scratch the steering wheel. This can be a little bit fiddly, but yeah, I'm too big for this. So that was the trick. There you go. So what I did was press in the green tab with a screwdriver and then gently, I said gently, pull up the purple lever, click it all the way up and then the connector can come out. Make sure it is all the way clicked to the top. And then it should slide out. Alright, next step in the process is make sure the workbench is all clean. We're working with electronics here. Get a little paper on the workbench, just to make sure you're working as clean as you can. Here you go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 small screws here. Just the star ones. Here you go. Of course, your warranty is gone after cutting this. That's one. There's two. There's three. There's 4. Right now it's like 1 or 2 degrees in here, and one thing that plastic doesn't like is low temperatures. Especially this, what is this, ABS I guess? PMMA, alright. The thing is with plastics in cold temperatures, they tend to break off really easily. So what I'm going to do right here is get my heat gun and just get it a little bit up to temperature of about 20 degrees. Well, that it's not as cold as it is right now, just to make sure those tabs don't break off, because that would be a real shame actually. There goes the warranty. So it can be quite cold working outside, but yeah, it is what it is. Get yourself some small interior spades, and well, actually it comes right off. Okay, I got The bottom part I got it off. Now the top part. This should pop right off as it goes. There you go. There you go. You can see it popping off. There you go. That's the back part off. Alright. Now, like I said, this is the exciting part. Did I order the right speaker? Drum roll, please. I think I did. Probably this is the same for 100 to 1000 models of Volkswagen. Get it out really carefully, of course. Okay, here we are. Alright, upon further investigation, it was not a matter of just clicking the tabs off and then pull it off, because it was soldered in here. I don't think you can see it right here. Well, you can. These two, first one and the second one, these are the ones you have to solder out in order to get the speaker out. The two-spoon method works quite well, I see now. There you go. One thing to keep in mind is where the 0 point was. Try to remove the needle there where the 0 point is. Hi.
Ben je aan het filmen?
Ja.
Hallo? Ik wist niet eens dat je zo'n standaard had. Oh ja, die.
De DJI. There you go. There you go. And the last one. Get the clips out. Well, as I found out, the way I didn't want to find out, these LCD screens are loose. So make sure to put them aside.
Waar is die thee van Baldwin en Mike gebleven?
Bij de thee. Just to be sure, I'm going to remove this one too, before it falls out. Now back to the plastic trim. There are two notches here. You have to press in and press together and push down. One on the left, one on the right. And it already feels quite loose now, but not quite loose enough, I guess. Now for the time indicator stalk, you have to push them together and push down at the same time. That's it. There you go, result. Put it aside. So now we have something we can work with. Get yourself a sucking device. How this works is you have to prime it to get the piston in the bottom and then press it. What it does, it creates a vacuum around here. Need a solder. Just when the solder begins to become liquid, put your sucker over it and then suck it. Myself, I've never done this before, so we'll see how it goes. You need to be really quick with it, in my experience. There you go. Fuck. Forgot to prime it. Shit. There you go. I'm getting excited and nervous at the same time. That was a little bit of solder. That's it. There you go. On the left one I got most of the solder off. On the right one, not quite. So I think I have to put a little bit more solder off in order to get the speaker out. Ik heb licht nodig, verdomme. After some fiddling, you should end up with something that looks like this. Of course it's a little bit burnt around the edges, but there's a protective layer on top of the solder, and that's what you see where it's a little bit burnt-ish. We're getting somewhere now. New speaker, old speaker. As you can see, it is exactly the same. I will leave the link in the description for the new speaker. I got this one from eBay. I think it was something like 15 or 18 euros. So we're actually on the way back now. So the new speaker should just click in place. Let's try that. It should just click in place. First one's alright. That was it. So now we are ready to solder the new speaker in. Well, there where I was hoping to form a little ball around my homemade soldering tip from an M4 screw, that doesn't go, because like you see, when the solder hits the tip, it only forms a ball on my solder. So what I have to do right now is heat the contact of the speaker and then slowly but surely add the solder to it. I was hoping I didn't have to do this because I don't want to bring too much heat into the circuit board, but I have to right now because the solder won't stick to the soldering iron. It's a little bit tricky here, this. Okay, here we go. The tip is on, nothing else is touching. This is quite tricky. I think the trick is to get some heat in it first, and then let the solder flow right onto it. Here we go, take two. There you go. Wow. Try the other one. Yes. Get in there. Come on. Yes. That's it. Well, when the solder flows, it flows really nice actually. Did not expect that for the first try, to be honest. The solder seems to be flowing over into the contact, so the contact is really well. Right here, it seems it's not touching really nice. Maybe if I'll just heat up the contact, the solder will flow better. This is better. Now I'm sure that the solder touches the contact. So right now, I think it's testing time. So I've got the circuit board back in the car. Here you can see. Contact on. Indicator on. Yes. It's working again. Oh, that's nice. Didn't know a man could be so happy hearing an indicator sound, but turns out it does. Amazing. After hearing the sweet sound of the indicator working, it's time to refit all the components of the cluster. And that's via the known way refitting is the reverse of removing. Yep, something like that. So now is also a good opportunity to clean all of the components, of course, only using a microfiber cloth here. Okay, first thing to go back on is the white indicator plate. First put in your indicator stalk. Make sure the little black notch of the indicators of the time indicating stalk is in the middle of those two buttons. Here you can see it. Tick, 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 tick. It's time to put the LCDs back in. Therefore, we first have to get the little plates in first, blue plates. There's only one way you can put them in actually, because there's a little notch here. Also this one can only go in one way. Clean off the contacts with a microfiber cloth again. Put in the LCD screen. Second LCD screen. Okay, LCD's back in. After that it's time to put back the brackets. Clean them off again. And then really carefully put them over the LCDs. Now this is a little bit fiddly. Same way goes for the other way. Back on with the gauge plate. Also, of course, this could be the right opportunity to customize your gauges. I've seen online that some people use the blue gauges, the blue needles from a Type R. No, that's the different brand. The Golf R or the GTI or some custom needle colors like yellow or pink or something. Okay, LCD is back in, gauge is back in. Now it's time to get the needles in again. I got off the needles at the 0 position here and at the 0 position here, and also these all fall automatically back to the 0 position. But it could be that while getting the needle off, the needle was turning a little bit to the left or the right. So what I'm going to do right now is put in the needle not really tight, just to give me an opportunity to adjust it a little bit again. If I press it on right now to the bottom and I have to get off the needle again, I have to fiddle again with my 2 spoons, which is not what I want to do again actually. Get it at 0 as much as you can without turning the needle again, and press it in ever so gently, just so I can get them off again, just like that. Okay, press it on ever so gently. Again, set it on 0. There you go. So the cluster is back in the car right now, and the tank meter needs a really small adjustment. So that's what I'm going to do in the car right now. The rest of it Not sure yet. Haven't started and driven the car yet. But we'll see. Engine speed is now at 864 RPM. And the indicator shows, yeah, a little bit around 900. Focus please. This is 2500 and I got 2400 at the OBD. So it needs a little bit more adjustment. 1920, 1920, 1920, 1920. So that's all good now. Full tank, that's good. Now there's the only thing left to check: temperature and speed. The car's warmed up now. The indicator shows just a little over 90, so the temperature needle needs a really small adjustment. And the speed also is a little bit off. Actually, you can see it right here. It's not setting at 0 at the moment. When I was going 100 kilometers an hour on GPS, I was going 94 kilometers an hour on the speedometer. This is 2007 car. They always tend to not give the exact GPS speed, but yeah, 94 and 100 is a little bit too far off, so adjust the speed needle also, and after that all should be well. Everything's working right now as it should. Ticking sound of the indicators, and when you get the key out of the ignition with the lights turned on like I have right now, you open the door, you get the sound that you want to hear. There you go. Job well done. Only thing left to do is put on the black cap right here, press on the needles all the way down, and yeah, happy days. The needles are pressed back in. These two bigger needles tend to press on quite hard, so don't be afraid to push a little bit harder than you think you can. One thing left to do, and that's building back the housing.
Ik ben aan het frituren. Ik weet niet of het lukken wordt als je daar gewoon rauwe dingen in doet.
Dat weet ik ook niet.
En de wijzertjes zijn ook heel gebleven. Jeetje. En schoon dat hij is.
Ook nog. And that's the final piece of the puzzle together. And there you go. That's how to replace the speaker in your cluster of your Volkswagen Polo, Golf, whatever. I did this in approximately, I guess, 4 or 5 hours. Was quite a job. Also the zeroing of the needles took, I think, about 45 minutes. Just getting them off, pressing them on, and so forth. Really nice job. I'm not a soldering expert, but it was really doable if you got the right tools, of course. You need pretty basic tools, just screwdrivers and a soldering iron actually, and patience. Patience and time is key in this job, I guess. Really stuffed about the result. Can't wait to get it in the car, and well, I hope my girlfriend is happy with it too. Thanks. If you like this video, then please stay tuned for more repair and restoration videos in the future. For now, thanks for watching, and hopefully see you in the next one. Tjalla!